Hello, you watching this video on YouTube, wondering what I'm going to say. Alright, so You Season 4 dropped on February 9th, and I finished watching the fifth episode today, and this is basically just my review, thoughts, and opinions. So starting off, did I enjoy this season? Kinda. It was alright, to be honest. There's always a sort of disconnect that I feel whenever I'm watching a show whose seasons drop with all the episodes on the same day, because then I have to wait like 1 year plus before we get a bunch of new episodes. And that's basically what happened in this case. I had already known what happened in the previous season of You, and I'm also not trying to watch the first two seasons because I'm a little bit less interested after every break between a season. So I had just like at this point, after the fourth season came out this year, I was just kind of like uninterested a little bit. And I needed more from these 5 episodes that we got, but it was still kind of enough. It basically follows Joe, who has now moved to the UK from season 3 and is acting as a university English professor named Jonathan Moore. And a fellow professor of his dies, and it turns out that one mysterious person is stalking Joe now. And so that's basically the premise of this first 5 episodes or this season. Nothing much really happens in the first 5 episodes. Again, my main problem is like the show just feels like a dog chasing its own tail ever since like season 2 or 3. And all that was running through my head throughout the whole 5 episodes was just, how is the show going to end? How is the show going to end? And of course, I enjoyed the acting, and I think the plot was meh, kind of mid, but the acting was great, and Penn Badgley and the person that portrays Kate stole the show, were the stars of the show, in my opinion. But yeah, my main problem with this season, with the show, is just how is it going to end, and where exactly are they going? At this point, the show just feels like a plotless, good show, if you know what I mean, because it's still a very weird show that I don't mind watching every time. But now I would like a little bit of plot in the show that actually made sense, with a clear direction for where they are trying to head into. For example, um I don't like I'm not one I wouldn't really want to see Joe Goldberg go through a redemption arc, because he's done a lot of messed up things, and in a way I think it'll just kind of glorify what he's done if he were to become a victim in his own show, and if we're all to be like, oh, okay, I feel bad for Joe, because he's done a lot of messed up stuff, and perhaps we can forgive, but we can't forget what he's done. So I don't think a redemption arc is the best route that the writers could take. I think possible alternatives are Joe either dies by the police, like law enforcement, or he gets apprehended and arrested and sent to prison for life or something like that. And the way the show is set up right now, it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen, because in the sense that like Joe is the main character and we are seeing it from his point of view, and there are parts in the show where you would probably sympathize with Joe against other characters in the show, which I don't think is like an impossibility. Like, of course, there are probably a lot of people just as bad or messed up people in the universe of You, but yeah, that's basically it. So if I were to rate it, I'll give it like a 7 or 6.5 out of 10. Nothing too much really happens. It's more of this like plotless show where you basically turn your brain off to just to enjoy it for the ride. So yeah, peace.